In Genesis chapter 1, God tells us about how He created our world and everything in it in 6 days. In Genesis chapter 2, we learn that on the 7th day God rested. Also in Genesis chapter 2, God tells us more about the 6th day of creation. This was the day when God made all the land animals and also the first man and the first woman. The first man's name was Adam. God made Adam of the dust of the ground and breathed into him the breath of life.
God made a garden in a place called Eden. God put Adam in the garden, and out of the ground the Lord God made every tree grow that is pleasant to the sight and good for food. Genesis 2:9. God also put the tree of life in the garden, and another tree called the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. The Lord God gave this command to Adam: "Of every tree of the garden you may freely eat, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat. For in the day that you eat of it, you shall surely die." Genesis 2:17. God brought all the beasts of the field and birds of the air to Adam to see what he would call them. And whatever Adam called each living creature, that was its name. Genesis 2:19.
Each animal had its pair, but Adam did not have a pair. God would make a helper for Adam, someone who would be like Adam and would be his pair. God made Adam go to sleep, and he took one of Adam's ribs. God made a woman from Adam's rib. Adam would name her Eve.
God brought her to Adam, and Adam said, "This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman because she was taken out of man." Genesis 2:23. Now let's review what we learned in Genesis chapter 2. On the 7th day of creation, God rested. On the 6th day of creation, God made Adam from the dust and breathed life into him. God made the Garden of Eden and put Adam in the garden. God filled the garden with trees that were good for food. He also put the tree of the knowledge of good and evil and the tree of life in the garden. God told Adam he could eat fruit from all the trees of the garden, except for the fruit from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. God said on the day Adam ate of the fruit of this tree, Adam would surely die. God brought all the animals to Adam for him to name them. All the animals had a pair, but Adam did not. God made Adam go to sleep, and from Adam's rib, God made Eve. God brought her to Adam. She would be Adam's helper.